Yes, sir. I see you. My nigga Sauce in the chat. I see you. I see you. Put some brains in the chat if you can hear me. Put the brain emoji in the chat if you can hear me. Yup. Let me see some brains in the chat. The brain emoji. Put the brain emoji. Let me see. Okay, Joey. Oh, Tuna Boy. Yeah. We live, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up with my good people? Happy Monday. Oh, yup. I see the brains. Happy Monday. How you guys doing? How was y'all weekends and all that? Go ahead and let me know in the chat how was your weekend and shit. You know, it's just me today. I mean, I think we have a couple of people that's gonna come through the stream. We'll see. You know, voice their opinions on certain things and all that. We're gonna let some people get in and then we're gonna start it. Yup. I see the brains. Okay. The connection's good. Everything good. Y'all can hear me good. Yup. But shit, welcome. Welcome everyone. Episode 3. We're on episode 3 already. That's crazy. We're gonna keep this going every week. I'm gonna try to stream every Monday. Planning on adding more days of streaming, either by myself or with other people. But we'll see. But for now, we're just gonna focus on streaming every Monday. Like for sure stream. We let some people get in. Welcome. You see, I added some widgets, the voice chat. You see the subscription count right there. I'm trying to get to 1,000 so we can get monetized. You gotta get to 1,000. But yep. Hey, welcome to the Nonchalant podcast. This is episode 3. It's your host, Big Fred. We in the building. So let's get into some shit, man. We're gonna recap my trip. Yeah, we're gonna recap my trip. That was last weekend. I flew out to Long Beach, and I stayed with my uncle then. But the whole point of that trip was I went to go to the first episode of the Figmunity World live podcast. So all these guys, AD, Smack, Pun, T-Rail. Well, Pun he's more of a he's in the cut. He's behind the scenes type of guy. But T-Rail, Smack, and AD, they came from No Jumper, and then they parted off with No Jumper, and they did their own thing, and now their thing. And Duno too, Duno's World. The Mexican cat that he's a content creator. Yep. Yeah, you guys can hear me. He's a content creator, so I went up there for the Figmunity live show. And that shit was crazy. It was crazy lit. Me and my little cousin Michael, we went to go check out the show. It was at the El Rey Theater. We got to check out. We was over there at the bar. We was sipping, taking shots, doing it up. Better living. Better living. The show was lit as fuck. It was really surreal for me because I've been watching these people from No Jumper to their own shit. And they do Figmunity is every Wednesday. They stream every Wednesday. Shame on You podcasts, and then the other days they do their own podcasts. There's Lady Nights. It's called Ladies Night, Ace Boys World, and Back on Fig and Community. These are all podcasts, all under Figmunity, the Figmunity tree. I'm just trying to give you guys a background of what Figmunity is. It's just a collected of 4 or 5 podcasts under one platform. So that's what I'm trying to put people on with this podcasting shit, because Hawaii be behind on shit, because for real we always be a step behind, and the motherland, Samoa and all them, they be 10 steps behind with all this media and shit. But as far as my trip, started off the Figmunity shit on Thursday. And then Saturday, I got to go to Carson. There was a Samoan Heritage Day. That shit was dope to see and meet a lot of different Samoans or even different Polynesian people out there in California and shit. There was boots, Polynesian food. Well, there was some Polynesian food. That shit ran out quick. By the time we got to Scott Park, the Samoan food was all gone already. So shit, we had to But anyway, we was over there just enjoying ourselves. I went over there with my Oso Lock and his family over there in Carson. We checked out Scott Park, and then there was some good performances that day. What's it called? His name, Craig. Craig ended off that concert over there. If you watch my vlog, you know, tune into my vlog. My vlog channel is Freddie Lou Perry Jr. You can tap into that. It's like about 30-minute vlog of my trip last week. I went to Los Angeles and I went to Vegas for a little bit to go check out the homies over there. And what's it called? Let me see. Where was I? The Samoan Heritage Day. That shit was dope. I got to buy I bought some gear from I forget what tent I bought it from. I think it was Polynesian Power or something like that. I'm not too sure. I bought me a dope red jacket. You know, support poly people. And Sunday I went to Vegas, played some. I was playing bowling. Well, we was bowling. Me, Maya, Laura. If you pay attention to the vlog, you know what I'm talking about. And then, you know, came back home, and I feel the love. I for sure feel the love from everyone because I've been tapping in with my people. They've been messaging me. My good people, they've been messaging me good reviews and what I need to do to improve on my streaming and all that. But, you know, we in here. What y'all talking about in the chat? Wally Goms, I see. What's up, bro? Yeah, we just started off. We just chilling. Thanks to Ramalokes, you know, letting me use his room. We over here, we in Ramalokes' establishment. We using his room right now. But shit, we can get into some topics. Before we get into some topics, I want to give a birthday shout out to my guy, Street Prophet TV. I did my first guest appearance on his podcast. I think it was like last week Friday. So if you go into my stories on Nonchalant Mindz, if you click on the YouTube highlight, there's a link in there. You can check out my first guest appearance on his podcast. We're just talking music, talking life. This is someone who I met after the Fig Community live show, and you know, we were just chopping up outside after we was taking pictures with all the hosts of the Fig Community world. And yeah, you can go check that out. The link is in my YouTube highlight on Nonchalant Mindz with my guy Street Prophet TV. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, and you know, do it up, do it all that. Let me see what they talking about. But we can get into I want to explain podcasting and vlogging, because then some people was like, oh, I seen your podcast and everything, but they was explaining like, oh, that shit was like you was all over the place with the camera and shit. But I was like, oh, that's vlogging. This is podcasting, and then my other channel is vlogging. That's gonna be like personal content, and then this is the platform I want to build. You know, where the homies can come, you know, push maybe their music career, if they have businesses, if people want to, you know, this is advertisement right here, for real. You be your own platform, stamp yourself, verify yourself. We ain't got to go, you know, I ain't going to apply it to the radio show and all that. I just have my own radio show. You can do it right here from your own living room, your own house, all that. You just got to go buy your gear. You can even stream from your phone and shit. So, let me see. But that's the difference between podcasting and vlogging, because everyone was saying, oh, that was a good podcast. I seen you went to Long Beach, you went to Carson, you went to Vegas. I was like, oh, that's not a podcast, that's a vlog. And then this is podcasting though. You know, it's more like you just kicking it with me. We just discussing certain topics, and we're voicing, you know, our opinions. And, you know, if you want to tap in, you tap in. If not, hey, shame on you. I'm still gonna create content. It don't matter. But we can get into some topics from the fans. Let's see. from the Usoniques. You know, the Usoniques. He asked me, if you can go back in time, what would you change and why? Let me say it again. If you can go back in time, what would you change and why? That's a wobbler because, you know, where I'm at in life right now, I'm grateful for everything that I've went through. Honestly, you know, it's just like how I explained in episode 1. Things didn't go as planned, but fuck it, you know, it's life. I'm gonna adjust regardless. I'm gonna do me regardless. You feel me? But if honestly answering this question, if I could go back in time and what would I change? I for sure would change sticking it out with UCLA. When I was at UCLA, instead of transferring home, you know, if I stayed over there, I felt like, you know, shit would have been better. But, you know, I'm grateful for my experience at UH Manoa. I've met so many people that are lifetime friends, or lifetime family. Well, friends that I consider family now. So I can't say but you know, I can't say much. But like, I really am grateful for everything that I've went through already. But if I had to choose one thing that I would change, is not transferring home. Because I think from UCLA, I feel like for sure to the league, you know, type shit. Because the group that I was with at UCLA, a lot of them are still playing in the NFL right now. That O-line group, when I was there in 2015, my roommate, Andre James, he's the starting center for the Las Vegas Raiders. And then my travel roommate was Colton Miller. He's the tackle for the Las Vegas Raiders. So, and then we have our center that was when I was there at UCLA. His name is Jake Brendel. He plays for the 49ers. So I mean, like, these are all teammates that I played with at UCLA, and a lot of those guys that I played with that I was starting, or they were either redshirt or what, they're in the NFL right now, or they at least played in the NFL for like 4 to 5 years. So if I had to change something, you know, in my past, I would for sure just stick it out at UCLA. But since we're on college and all that, we can talk about ways to help athletes with more college exposure for Hawaii athletes, or any athletes, to be honest. I'm gonna give you a little insider on this, man. You gotta use your social media to your, you know, advantage. You gotta make Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, all that, and you gotta represent yourself like a true gentleman and a profession. You gotta be a professional. You gotta be a professional at being a student athlete. You gotta represent yourself well. You know, you don't want to show all that other shit. But as far as you gotta advertise yourself. You gotta create all these social media accounts, but especially Twitter. If you want to get exposure as a Hawaii athlete, or you know, you want to get on with going D1 or D2 or whatever, you got to download Twitter and you got to add these coaches. Because when I was in high school, I would talk to these coaches every day through Twitter. They would always have, you know, they would just chime in with me and just talk how I'm doing. Am I working on my craft? What am I doing better? I mean, what am I doing to better myself? And all that, you know, and talking about personal life and everything. They give you a lot of game. So my advice I would download Twitter. I would go any school that you thinking of going, USC, Arizona. Add every coach from the bag boy all the way down to the head coach. Download Twitter and for sure add them. And you know, you gotta have what you call it. You gotta message them in the DMs. You say, hi, my name is Freddie Lou Perry. I'm an aspiring offensive lineman from Honolulu, Hawaii. Then you gotta attach your highlights, and you gotta have your transcripts. You gotta have good grades, man. If your goal is to go D1, you gotta have good grades and good test scorings. So my advice, I would for sure create Twitter. And then any school that you want to go to, add all those coaches, and then, you know, create a message introducing yourself, attach your transcripts, and you gotta attach your highlights, And your first 15 clips of your highlights got to be some bangers. You can't have some bullshit, highlights. You really got to show your craft and everything. You got to show that you can play, because like everyone now, everyone has short attention span. So you got your first clips got to be some big hit. I mean, not big hits, but some plays. So create that message, that pamphlet, and you got to message these coaches on Twitter. Because yesterday I was doing my homework. I went to maybe the Arizona football coaches. If you go on their websites, you can view all their emails, and then you can view all their Twitter handles. So you got to build relationships. You got to network, and you got to brand yourself. If you really want to get more exposure, download Twitter, message your coaches, and all the schools that you want to go to and shit. And you got to attach your transcripts, your test scores, and your highlights. Yeah, for sure, your highlights. And give a little background. And you never know. Somebody might read it and they might introduce it, to the head coach. Hey, look, check this guy out in Hawaii, type shit. So that is one way. Twitter. Use Twitter to your advantage if you're an aspiring student athlete that's trying to go D1. And another way to get more exposure for Hawaii athletes is you gotta do the football camps. We're all the way here in Hawaii, so you gotta hit all the camps of Hawaii, and then you gotta hit at least a couple West Coast camps like the Nike camp, the Adidas camp, and the Rivals. All those camps is great exposure. Thankfully for my papa, he took me on a lot of trips in high school for me to showcase my talent and skills. I got to do the LA I think it was NFTC, that's what they call it. And then this is where you do your combine drills, the NFL combine drills. You showcase your strength, and all that. And then if you pass that, you get invited to there's different levels. There's the NFTC, and then there's one more, and then it's the Nike opening that you get to go to the Nike headquarters in Oregon. So I would say you for sure got to do that Nike camp. That got me so much offers in high school, for real. Once I finished that Nike opening camp, I think I received at least 6 offers just off of my performance at the Nike opening. Me, Canton, who else was Braden, and there was one more. The Togo from Texas. We was the only 4 Polynesians in the Nike opening, and that was some good exposures because we got to work with a lot of NFL coaches and NFL players. So I would say you got to download Twitter, message these coaches, and you for sure got to go out there to the mainland, and you got to do You got to do these combines and camps. You got to showcase. You got to get every rep. And that's the thing. When you go out there and when you go to maybe Oregon or USC or UCLA, when you go to their camps, you got to play hard, bro. You got to be a dickhead. You got to stand out. If you don't stand out in the camp, they're never going to look your way, to be honest. They're never going to look your way. When I went out there and I did my thing and I did the USC camp, I did the UCLA camp, and I did the All Poly camp and the Oregon camp, you got to be a dickhead, bro. You got to be an asshole on that field. I mean, you representing yourself, your family, and what, you want to go D1 or what? If you really want to go D1, you gotta play hard, and you got to be on point with everything, with school, at home, and on the football field. Because if things aren't right on and off the field, off the field, if your life is not, right off the field, it's gonna show on the field for sure. Because through my experience of football, I for sure went through that. When my off the field problems started creeping to on the field, yeah, that's when my last season. That's when the football career went down. But I say ways to help athletes with more college exposure. For sure, do that. Message all your coaches on Twitter, and go out and compete. You got to compete in those camps. Let's see. What else did you guys ask? We can talk about the culture in Hawaii compared to the mainland. That's pretty obvious. Like Hawaii, the Aloha spirit is everything. The Aloha spirit is real. Because when you touch down in the mainland, you really see like people really don't give a fuck. When my experience when I first went to UCLA, and we're walking around Westwood and everything, you know how you cross the road, in Hawaii they're gonna let you pass, but when you're walking when I was walking in Westwood, as soon as the car had a little bit of space, they're zooming right past you. They don't give a fuck. These people, the lifestyle, it's just it's fast life. Especially when I went to UCLA, it's a fast paced life. LA is fast. But as far as the difference between Hawaii and mainland, it's just the Aloha spirit. There's more love out here, especially. But it depends who you hang out with and all that. But the Aloha spirit is real. That's something special about Hawaii. Let's see, what else can we get? What's your input on growing up the Fa Samoa way? Well, first and foremost, for our non-Samoan viewers, we can explain what is the Fa Samoa way. Let's see what Google says. The Fa Samoa way is it's a cultural context for all sanctuary activities and functions. Is that it? It refers to the traditional Samoan lifestyle or the way of life. But my input on that, with the chiefs, Fa Samoa is really, chief family. It's about the chief's family and the church. But honestly, I was not raised the Fa Samoa way. But, I was taught respect is everything in our culture. But as far as the Fa Samoa way with all the, the Fa Lave Laves and all that, nah. I was never, my parents never raised me through all that. I never did donate money to a extended family member we never did. When they asked for the envelope and everything, like, oh, cousin died, I'm like, we don't even know you. Like, that's why I fuck with the way my parents raised me through, as far as with the Fa Lave Lave shit, I wasn't raised that way. We never did send money, if someone passed that we don't know. That's very common, I think, in the Samoan culture. But as far as growing up, Fa Samoa, nah. But my parents always emphasized our culture is always about respect. But nah, that shit is corrupt. When Samoans and money, it's a no. The Fa Lava Laves and all that, nah. That shit is corrupt. That shit is corrupt as fuck. That's what my input is on the Fa Samoa shit. But it's all good. If you let me see what the chat talking about. Can I hear you? So what? Can you guys hear now or no? Let me see. Mic check. Can y'all hear? Are we good? Let me know in the chat. I'm not going to continue. Hey, I see my nigga Saloma in the chat. LJ, L Grip. We over here. We chilling. If you have any questions, just ask the chat. Send it in the chat. What are your thoughts on men's mental health? Sheesh. Men's mental health. I feel like it's not respected, because as a man, as a man, you got, regardless of how your mental health is, you got to provide for your family, nigga, for real. Whether you're in a good, whether it's good or bad, you got to grind, you got to provide. It don't matter how you feel. But that's something men's mental health, yeah. You gotta have more self-love, and you for sure gotta meditate. Figure out what makes you, peaceful. Because shit, once you lose your mentals, you lose everything. That's my thoughts on men's mental health. I feel like it's what is it? I don't know, neglected or it's not respected. That's why, because as a family man, you gotta provide regardless. It don't matter how you feel. If you got kids and all that, you know, you got bills, you still gotta go up and go get it. That's my thoughts on men's mental health. Let's see. We can talk about. Let's see what they talking about. What's the goals for this year? I can tell you some of my near and future goals, but we can start off with my near goals. I would have to say for sure right here, get monetized by getting 1,000 subscribers, and I think I have to get like 4,000 watch hours to be eligible. That's the minimum, to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of people watching your shit. Because once you're monetized, shit, you can start receiving that chili. You can start getting super chats. But if you do want to support the stream, go ahead in the description. You can click on Streamlabs, where I said Streamlabs, and I put that link. You can put tips or whatever. You can send tips, and that shit is linked straight to my PayPal. So if you fuck with the stream, go ahead and in the description, you can click on the Streamlabs link and send tips. Let me see what else they saying. Can I hear? Oh, I see my nigga Chubbs in the chat. Hey, Street Prophet in the building. Okay. Yes, sir. Welcome, bro. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, Street Prophet TV. Better living. That's what we on. Let's see. What else we talking about today? Oh, shit. Let's recap this past weekend, being that it's Monday. I mean, I already recapped my trip in Cali and Vegas, but let's recap this past weekend, because sheesh. Especially last night. Last night was fun. Let's just keep it at that. Let's recap. Well, starting off Friday, it was just work, chill, smoke, workout. That's all it was. But I ended up going out this past Friday, and I ended up meeting a videographer. And he was willing to collab with me, and he's willing to be my cameraman for vlogs and all that. So that's a blessing in disguise. When I went out Friday, I met a videographer in the club, and he said he's willing to collab with me. And because if you watch my vlog, you see there was all kind of crazy angles, see my chin and everything. But if I have a cameraman and he's an editor, dude in the D, I forget his IG handle, but if he's in the chat, put your IG handle in the chat, bro. I'm gonna shout you out later on the story. But this past Friday, that's what I mean. This past weekend, the biggest takeaway was, when I was out, I met this small Filipino dude. He said he watched my vlog and he watched my podcast, and he was just encouraging me on things to improve and all that. And he was telling me that he's willing to be my cameraman for a little bit, see where this shit goes. And also I tapped in with a couple graphic designers that we're gonna do a collaboration on some merchandise. Let me know. I mean, I seen it on my story. You guys said you guys would purchase some merchandise. If y'all fucking with the merch, hey, say less. It's gonna be posted like maybe I don't know the timestamp, but I'm for sure gonna have some merchandise released soon. But as far as this past weekend, that was the two biggest takes right there. I met a videographer, a cameraman, and then I tapped in with a couple graphic designers. They said they're willing to, design some merchandise for me, and we can do a collaboration. So I felt like that was hella dope. My nigga Chubbs asked, "How was the concert?" When I tell you that shit was fun, that's all I gotta say. It was fun, bro. That shit was good. It was entertaining as fuck. For real, that was a good fundraiser. The fundraiser last night, it was at I don't know what the name of the bar is, but it was at Aloha Tower. It was a fundraiser for one of the OGs from over here from Kuil, Eddie RP. It was his fundraiser. I didn't know. I don't know, dude. I just went to go over there to support. Just go over there, chill, sip a little, dance a little, have fun, enjoy some music. That's me, my nigga Nella. We went last night to go enjoy that fundraiser. That shit was hella lit, for real, for real. Let me see. Let me see. What y'all on today? Oh, let me see. We can talk about let's see. Oh, these are two topics that I feel like everyone this is from what's his name? Finau. Finau asked let's see if I want to talk about gangs. These two topics are gonna go hand in hand because it's gangs. This topic is gangs, and then the difference between living in a regular community and the housing, or the projects. So my thoughts on gangs, me myself, I'm no gang member, I'm no street nigga, I'm just me. I'm just a hustler. That's all. I just get to the chili. That's all I'm about. I'm about the dollar, for real, for real. But as far as my take on gangs, I mean it's cool and all, but I don't bang, so. Gangs, I'll leave it in the streets, for real. Leave that to the streets, not the internet. And then my nigga Nafo, he asked the difference between living in a regular community and the housing. I would say from my experiences, because I was raised in Salt Lake, which is pretty middle class, average. Everyone's pretty middle class in there. And then, but when I was from infant maybe to 6 years old, I think 5 or 6, I was always at Lanakila housing. Mama and Papa in Lanakila housing. From infant to 6, that's when my parents had dropped me and my sister Selena. I was raised over there in Lanakila housing with all my cousins on my mom's side. So I got to experience, the struggles of the housing a little bit when I was younger, and I got to see how my cousin them live. But I would say the biggest difference is people's mindsets and the way they treat people. I feel like the people of the housing and the projects, they're not judgmental. That's what I'm trying to say. The people in the burbs and the regular community, so much people, or majority, they're very entitled and they're very judgmental. A lot of entitled and judgmental, they believe stereotypes, they're brainwashed. But as far as with people, people from the hood and people from the projects, it's a lot of, improviser. A lot of people, they're grateful for what they have. Because I've met a lot of people that have it. They're a bunch of spoiled, entitled people. That's what my biggest take with the difference of those two communities is the grateful and the ungrateful. Cause solid, straight from out. Hey, shout out to my cousin Tina. I see her in the chat. You feel me? Straight from Lana's. Yes, sir. That's what we on. Pussy. Yeah, politicking in Hawaii is weird. But I feel like Hawaii is more peaceful compared to it's more peaceful, and just like how I see that rap battle is going viral right now for dude from Kali. But that shit, the rap battles that used to happen at the Shack when he's talked about what did he say? He said, it's not all about killing. It's about respect. I would say Hawaii, it's not about killing. It's really about respect and really running that head up one-on-one. But recently Hawaii, the gun violence, it's been going crazy lately, or at least it's been advertised more. I know gun violence been here forever, but for sure, I would say it's being advertised more, the gun violence. And then I see my nigga Walter in the chat. Your favorite all-time Hawaii high school football players? Sheesh. Ha! Look who it is. My guy. What's up, Boots?
Nice.
Yes, sir. Wow. How you? Right here. Sit down, bro. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, yep. We good. Let me adjust this real quick. Oh, let me hit the. You ain't got no dab pen or nothing?
Downstairs is all rolled up.
Oh, yep. You got that shit rolled up?
Ready.
Yes, sir.
Ready
Oh, shit. Let me.
ride.
My nigga. Nella in the building, baby. Hey, try chime in on this, bro. I just chimed in on this topic right here. The difference between the people. Difference between living in a regular community and maybe, the housing and the projects. So, difference between the suburbs and the ghetto. What would you say? What's the difference?
The difference, I guess, I would say.
Speak loud, bro. Speak loud.
The difference, I feel like, you could just tell the difference between somebody who was given something, and somebody who actually earned and worked, bled and sweat, cried for that shit.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. It's the grateful and the ungrateful.
Right.
Yeah.
Spoiled or unspoiled.
Yeah. I mean, occasionally, there are some go-getters from the burbs and all that, but most likely, most of them are ungrateful, entitled, and judgmental people. Yeah, they're for sure some judgmental people.
Never talk down on bro.
Yeah, never. Regardless of the situation. Come on now.
Look down.
Fuck that inner hate, cuz. Fuck the inner pain. Good blood. Head ass. Where you coming from, bro?
Sure, so I'm just coming from mom's house.
Yeah.
I did my fails.
Oh, hell yeah.
Come outside and play with brother Fred.
Can you come outside and play? Head ass. Bro, did you ever do that when you was young? Growing up in Camp 4, going to your friend's house and walking to the front door and, asking the parent,
barefoot and all.
Yeah.
Booger and all. Booger in my nose and all.
That shit, hey.
Auntie, can Tyler and Tracy get outside and play?
That shit was funny. No, because, I'm from Salt Lake. So when I would be in Lanakila, I'll go to, my friend's house and shit. I'm like, oh, they don't even really know me. I'm only like on the weekends type shit. I only come on the weekends. Yeah. So I was like, you feel a little nervous. Plus the mom over there smoking cigarette looking at you with the fucking swole face and shit. What the fuck you want? They got that hat. I'm like, damn. No. Oh, I just want to ask if you can play today. Okay. Golly.
Hey, let me hear that. I'm going to go outside and burn for a little bit.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, you gonna burn a little bit?
Yeah.
Who out there burning?
Kavaleka.
For real?
Now outside.
Yup.
Boys.
What's selling? Watch out for you telling them come in here if they like.
Hey, car wash, man. $10 car wash outside.
$10 car wash. Where? At the Tree of Life?
In front of Sonny's.
Who running them? You?
Running it.
This nigga. Oh, let's see. Okay, let's get back to Mauso Walters. Your favorite all-time Hawaii high school football players. You want to get into it? Let me hear your shit first.
Oh, man.
Just give a quick list, and I'll give my list.
I would say the best safety out there that ever came out of Hawaii, Daniel Prescott.
Oh, say that then.
That's him.
This guy.
Man, if you guys have ever asked anybody about the best football player, Taniela Manu Prescott.
Hey, let it be known then. Let it be known then.
We got some.
Who else? Give me more names.
We got some linebackers coming out of 808. We got Isaiah Iuta.
Yeah.
We got some Charles Tawaefa.
Baller.
AKA Mozo. It's my nigga.
Who else?
We got some old running backs. We got Ryan Ho from Kamehameha.
Ooh, okay.
Running back. What is that one running back from?
Where? Kuku?
Damien.
Oh, Damien. Kama Bailey.
Kama Bailey.
Yeah, baller.
Kama Bailey. Listen.
Ooh, yeah.
Spencer Hafuka, receiver.
Yeah, receiver. From where? Kuku. Yup. What about some O-line, D linemen?
O lineman, D lineman. Man, best O lineman out of 808, hands down, Fred Ulu Perry.
So, be serious.
I'm being serious.
I'm
being serious. Yeah. That's my heart right there. Okay.
I fuck with it. With it.
We got Olin Cruz.
Olin Cruz, for sure.
We got Olin Cruz coming out of the Lou.
Yup.
You know, we got Tyson. Tyson came out of St. Louis.
Yup. Baller.
Sean Laval, we got some good old linemen that came out of Farrington High School.
Damn, yeah, this is like all similar people I would name too.
Kemoyatu.
The Kemoyatu brothers, yeah, they're for sure.
Yeah.
But I would say, you know, my favorite all-time Hawaii high school players, I'm probably gonna say that the ones that I watched when I was like elementary and middle school. Because by the time high school, hey, I wasn't watching nobody. I would have to say, I was a big fan of running backs, Fonga Wiley, Chester Sewell, Amo Silva,
Kirk
Tyler,
Sula.
yeah,
Miley,
bruh,
Seringa.
Oh, true. Oh, by the way, we stay on my list. Apelu. What's the other one? I think his name was like last name Smith too.
Jake.
Jake Smith. Was it? No, the Afakasi dude. That was the running back. Was that him or no?
Shiloh Tell.
No.
Malossi Tell.
But hey, who else? Steven Lakalaka for sure.
Steven.
Jeremy Tabuyo. Love watching Jeremy Tabuyo. When I was, that's the nigga at St. Louis. Jeremy Tabuyo. Huh? Nah.
Oh,
Jeremy
receiver.
was a receiver, bro.
Fast receiver.
Fast. Hey,
remember
Tabuyo. Speed kills, Mr. Speed kills for real. Who else?
He was the talk of the town for a minute.
Oh yeah, for sure. Jeremy Tabuyo, he's fast as fuck, bro. Yeah. But other favorite people to watch, I would say at safety, it would have to be Kave Johnson, bro.
Oh,
Kave Johnson.
Little mongoose.
Cold, yeah. That's his thing, mongoose, huh?
Little mongoose.
And then
we got hella mongooses in the foul. Go! R Puff.
This guy. O lineman, D lineman though. Olin Cruz, Dominic Raiola. I love watching film of them. Yeah, bro. I'll be right here. D lineman, the Fehoko brothers. Who else? D lineman, some cold D lineman. I would have to say the Fehoko brothers. I can't think of dude from Kahuku that I used to like to watch. I can't think of his name right now. Fuck it, I can't even think of his name. But shit, I used to like watching a lot of Farrington Kahuku guys. They was some cold back then. The Farrington Kahuku games used to be lit as fuck. I don't know, not so much nowadays. What else? What y'all on today? Because there is that St. Louis fundraiser today over there at Pearl Ridge, the Common Kings. Is anyone in the chat going today or what? Anybody going? Shit. Well, let's get into studying people. Like influential people for me that I study every day, study their everyday routines, and I study what they post. I study their encouragements. These are people like Wallow 267, people like Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Joe Budden, Master P, Yo Gotti, P. Diddy, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled. These are all, positive people that are pushing, all what these people have in common. They're all pushing the narrative of, believing in yourself, having that tunnel vision, and, what's it called? What was I trying to say? Shit. I just had a brain fart. But these are all people that I follow every day, that they push a lot of positive vibes out there and shit. Ooh wee. Oh shit, my shit is tweaking. I would have to say if you want to have some good brain food, follow Wallow267 on Instagram. I think he's on all social media. If you want to change your thought process, if you want to change how you think, and just have positive vibes on your newsfeed, follow Wallow267. He for sure would change your mindset because that's someone who I've been following for a minute from $1 Million Worth of Game. Him, Gilly. It started off with Devin, and then they progressed. Their progress from podcasting, I don't know what year was that they started podcasting, but their progress, they really ran it up. I don't know what was their exact contract, but they really became. Well, Gilly was already a millionaire, but Wallow he did 20 years, and when he came home, him and Gilly went straight to the top. They really do work together, and they really do push positive vibes, and that's why a lot of people fuck with their podcasts. $1 Million Worth of Game. If you guys want to check out any of the podcasts that I watch, I would for sure check out $1 Million Worth of Game from episode 1 all the way till now. I mean, they have hella guests already. Let's see. Your favorite oldie song. Favorite oldie song. I don't know. I think it would be what's that shit called? Two Occasions. Yeah. Two Occasions by not by Koch, by what's their I forget the group. Or I forget what they're called, but I would say Two Occasions. I fuck with that. I fuck with that song tough. What is in the chat, name some shit that what is your favorite oldies and shit? Put me on some oldies. I don't know all the oldies, but I got my playlist, but just off the dome, I would say Two Occasions. Yeah, I fuck with that song tough. But hey, the session is going on outside. It's getting hella hot in here. But shit, this is my first time streaming by myself, so I wanted to get out of my comfort zone and give it a shot. Shout out to my nigga Rama allowing me to use his room. The shit, I didn't want to do it at home and shit. I just didn't like my setup at home, but thankfully, Rama had an extra room. He set up the table and everything, and we straight. We in here. Let's see. We can kind of get into some current events. The big talk recently it's been that submarine. What do you guys think about that submarine? I feel like everyone on that in that submarine, I feel like they faked their death. They for sure faked their death, because I know for a fact that maybe one of them raised their health insurance or something like that. So I feel like those people, they got money, bro. And that's not that guy who was running that submarine. He been down there going to the what's the name of the boat they're going down there to sea and shit. I feel like those people all faked their death in that submarine because damn, that wasn't their first time doing that shit. But you never know. They really could be dead, but my take on it, on that submarine shit, I feel like they faked their death. For real. What else? Current events. Shit, let's see what else. People ask, let's see. People talking about, they asked me about fentanyl. Hey, all you motherfucking pill poppers and all that. Hey, watch out with the fentanyl. You never know these drugs, man. They'll really get you. You gotta watch out because fentanyl. Because maybe it's been a year. I think people been pushing that word heavy, fentanyl. I be hearing fentanyl everywhere. Doom, doom, doom. Oh, this person died off fentanyl, or this person's paralyzed or whatever off fentanyl. So I would say, you gotta watch what you put in your body, bro. And if anything, stay green. Fuck all that other shit. Stick to the Mary Jane, bro. Fuck fentanyl and all that other shit. Cause fuck that. Good for them motherfuckers on the submarine. Oh, my nigga Walter, a cold nigga for that one. I mean, you know, they went down there. Oh, it's called the Titanic or Titanic, yeah, or something like that. I forget, but I know it's that big ass ship that fucking broke in half and shit. That movie was hella long, but all I remember is when people were just falling off the the fucking top and shit. I never did watch that shit as an adult, but I remember watching it as a kid. Another question I had asked is how do I know DBoy? Shit, I knew DBoy. Well, I was introduced by from my also lockdown. I played with him. I played with Locke at over here at UH Manoa, and maybe, but it was July 2018. We July 2023. So around this time in 2018, I flew home to Carson with my also Locke. And when we was out there, he introduced me to, you know, his brothers, his mom, and he introduced me his cousin DBoy, also Locke. That's his cousin DBoy. So that's how I met DBoy out there in 2018. And this is when DBoy he wasn't even a rapper. You know, he would bust some freestyles and shit when we were sipping and all that, but I don't think he laid down anything on the track or nothing. But that's how I met DBoy from Mauso Locke. Yeah, I met him 2018 around this time, cause I spent at least I think 2 spring breaks or 2 4th of Julys out there in Carson. But my first experience out there, 4th of July 2018. Shit, me, Locke, DBoy, we went to we went to Nipsey's store. That was probably the most memorable thing of 2018 for me, because man, I needed to be around some love. I needed to be around some, you know, some good vibes. 4th of July, I decided to go home with Locke. We did it up. We were chilling. We was on vacation mode. But one of my requests to Locke, I was like, bro, you gotta take me to Nipsey Hussle's store. I wanted to go there and really get that real life experience, you know. But because I see how the tourists is treated there, you know, they're everyone's really welcoming and everything. So when I went there in 2018, July 2018 is when I went to the Marathon store, Slauson and Crenshaw, but now it's the Nipsey Hussle Square. So me, DBoy, Locke, we went to go check out the Marathon store in 2018. I got to buy some. I bought a snapback and I bought a T-shirt. You know, I was proud to pay. It was a snapback and a T-shirt. That shit was like I spent some bread. That was cause the snapback that I got, it was a limited edition, so that shit was like $100. And then the T-shirt was about 50, and then I had bought some stickers and all that. So I spent I think I spent almost $200 over there just for like three objects. But when I tell you, when I went to the Marathon store in 2018, that shit was a surreal moment for real. You could really feel Hustle's energy. And he was still alive 2018. So when Locke took me over there, I was hoping I would at least see, you know, Nipsey, or maybe his, you know, some of his friends group, that his close friends that he fucked with, or if I was, you know, because I know his dad was working the store too, or I would see Black Sam. But when I went there, when me, DBoy, and Locke went there, shit, I didn't see no familiar faces. We went around like 1 o'clock. We pulled up to the Marathon store. His Brinks truck was outside. Everything, you know, just like all the videos when I watched Nipsey Hussle's all his shit, that shit was surreal as fuck being in there, and it was dope. And you can actually use the app, and you can actually his smart app, because that's the first smart store of I think the world. Bro, it's really Nipsey Hussle was really that guy for real. That's why I'm a big Nipsey Hussle fan, because man, he really pushes you know, entrepreneurship, ownership, and believing in yourself, you know, focusing on yourself and doing whatever it takes, and believing in yourself to, you know, do something for yourself. Get off your ass and do something. Create motion for yourself. You know, fuck the handouts. Fuck the middleman. Let me see what they asking. Young Go or Cuddy Banks? Oh, that's a tough one. But honestly, I'm gonna have to go Young Go. Cuddy Banks do got some bangers though. But let me get back to this. Oh, let me get back to the marathon store experience. So we went to the marathon store, and then after we mobbed it down to the Woody's barbecue, because I was like, hey man, I'm trying to get the full experience of Crenshaw and everything. So I purchased my merchandise. We walked over there to Woody's barbecue. We got a whole pan of I don't know. We got a whole spread, a pan of barbecue. But it's crazy. Hawaii is always like, we always have rice. Rice is a staple of Hawaii. But when we got the pan of barbecue, that shit came with like hella bread and shit. So I was like, damn, I was kind of thrown off. I was like, fuck, I really want some rice. Like, come on now. But it was cool. It was cool. The barbecue and the bread was cool. I never really did that. I'm always eating rice. But let me see. My cousin Tina asked my favorite Nipsey song. It would depend. If we're talking like some serious shit, I would say Bigger Than Life, because that song really helped me like get out of that sunken place, or to be honest, it helped me get out of that sunken place for real. So if you listen to that song Bigger Than Life by Nipsey Hussle, I would have to say that's my on a serious tip, it would have to be Bigger Than Life by Nipsey Hussle. But if we're on some other shit, I would have to say let me see, what's that one song by Nip? I got it saved. It's not on his it's one of his mixtapes. It's on his mixtapes. I would have to say I can't even think of it right now. Favorite Nipsey song. Let me see. Oh, right here. I have a gang of favorite songs, but this one right here, Nipsey Hussle Get Away, featuring Ken Malik. I think Ken Malik. Nipsey Hussle Get Away. I like working out to that song because that shit it's crazy, the game that Nipsey Hussle gives in his raps. Because me personally, I don't like reading books and all that. I rather listen to music or watch interviews and podcasts and gain knowledge from that instead of reading some books or some shit. Or at least, I've never listened to a book, honestly, but I know that is available nowadays. But I would have to say my other favorite song from Nipsey is Get Away by Nip, featuring Ken Malik. But on some active shit, I would have to say what's you gonna call it? Some Get Money shit. Count Up That Loot. That shit go hard. I would have to. That's one of my other favorite songs. Count Up That Loot by Nipsey Hussle. Bigger Than Life by Nipsey Hussle, and then Get Away by Nipsey Hussle. That's probably 3, and then Keys to the City. Yeah, that's one of the, because me personally, when I get that V12 Maybach, I'm for sure playing that Keys to the City by Nipsey Hussle. That would be my first track to play in that motherfucker for real. Get the V12 edition though. Just like, Nip be giving hella game in his interviews and in his music. The blueprint on, being a young entrepreneur, to believe in yourself and actually create something, whatever you want to do, just create something to create some motions, and most importantly, get to the money, bro. Who got better? Or let's see what my nigga Walter's saying. Who got better Mexican food, the Bay or LA? Ooh, I don't know. I was just in LA and I was just eating some Mexican food over there. I don't know, bro. To me, honestly, California as a whole, that's the best Mexican food that I ever had, to be honest. Because the Mexican food over here in Hawaii, it's not up to par, for real. Because, the shout out to the homegirl Des. She took me to El Sal's in Long Beach. Yeah, that shit was fire as fuck. That's probably the best Mexican food I ever had. Cause their carne asada fries, now that was some authentic carne asada fries compared to the ones I had over here and other states. I would have to say that spot El Sal's in Long Beach. That shit is the best carne asada fries that I ever had. But shit. What you guys got going on today? I think, me and my nigga Nella, we gonna pull up to that Common Kings concert. It's for, I don't know if it's just for St. Louis school as far as raising money, or is it raising money for the St. Louis football program? I don't know. I don't know what they're raising money for. You guys got the money already. You in St. Louis got the money. But hey, we gonna go over there today, me and my Uso Nella. We're going to go check that out. Good looking out on Tapping In today. This was episode 3. Go ahead, leave a like, comment. Go ahead, share the video. Don't forget to subscribe. You can check out all my socials in the description. And hey, appreciate y'all tapping in today. Hit me up in the DMs if you have any requests or if you want to get on the pod. I got a gang of people. They contacted me and they said they're willing to, chop it up with me. So when we can work out schedules and everything and see what's up. I appreciate y'all, all the love and support. Hit me up on the gram if anything. I appreciate y'all. Have a good one.